Hey everybody, it's the Mad Master here. I'm doing a video today, and this video will probably be entitled "The Democrats Go Up in Smoke and Karen Bass Takes the Party with Her." So, as anyone who was not hiding under a rock or living in a cave knows, there's been these huge fires in Los Angeles. And, you know, I'm gonna say, like, there's a lot of people that are just totally partisan about this, like, oh, so it's all the DEI fault, or it's all climate change. Yeah. And I'm just like, well, it could be a little bit of both, couldn't it? I can't see how people are so partisan in their bubble that they think there's no, of course, having 50 degree weather in January or February or whatever the past few years. I think it's just in where I live, it speaks for itself. Like, I remember, like, when I was in middle school, maybe there was one day that was 45 or something like that. So I'm not going to argue that. By the way, the whole Greenland thing is pretty much an acknowledgement of that, of Trump believing in that. I mean, what a hypocrite, it just makes me really mad, the hypocrisy of any level. So I'm definitely not shilling for the Republicans either. They're just crazy. But the Democrats are outright incompetent. And this is like the Katrina, this is the albatross that is going to sink that ship. I mean, the Biden losing the election is one thing, but this is a whole other thing. This is just beyond the pale. I mean, the whole thing, go to URL. I'm like, oh, URL, a URL, it means website. Go to website. Like, how retarded can you be? Oh my God. Even the most, like, out of touch tech wise boomer would not say go to URL. Like, she was reading it. It's almost a Biden moment with Karen Bass, and she was in Ghana and basically ignored the press and ignored what was going on. She was forewarned 5 days before and all this stuff. And it's just like, oh my God, who are these people that they're voting for? What is happening? Even Newsom, who I've done plenty of videos about over the past 5 years. Even Newsom was better off with PR than that woman. And I'm just like, this is the most insane stuff I've ever seen in my life. Like, this, how bad can it be? And there's one thing, you talk about DEI. Okay, so maybe I did see a clip that was pretty convincing. Like, they're hiring, like, women that are, like, small and don't have, like, just to fill a quota and stuff. Like, if that's happening, like, women that don't have, like, the skills at the same level, or they're trying to, like, lower the standards, that's different than, well, maybe it's the same as DEI, but it's different in that sense. If they're actually doing that, that's insane. It's like a cult. So, I mean, talk about the Trump cult, we can also talk the DEI cult. There was a job that I got hired at, and they were very involved in DEI. And I noticed how authoritarian they were about other things. And I'm not only talking about how many shots I had to upload a card that showed the COOF shots that I had, which is only one, by the way, at this moment, back in 2021. And then I was reading the hours that they gave you on vacation and stuff. I'm like, and you got like 7 days of vacation, like 5 sick days, like the way that they meted it out. Like, I could just imagine how authoritarian and how up in your business they could have been about, oh, you better be really sick. I don't know, but that just seemed very dubious to me. Whereas many jobs have just PTO, which could be applied to anything. By the way, I have 160 hours from my job that I'm currently at, and I got promoted, so got a raise. It was almost 50 cents more than the wage that I was hired at. But anyways, that's a digression. But yeah, this it's authoritarian corporate malfeasant nonsense, basically, just to cover. They're just trying to cover themselves and be greedy and get a good guy badge, as LeVay used to call it, to do what they do. So whatever's happened in LA, Los Angeles, with all that stuff, like $17 million got cut from the firefighting budget. They have these, like, environmental laws or rules that, because of one species of fish or something. And it's like, well, you could have bent the rules a little bit in this situation. It's just insane. It's just the hubris of, I mean, a lot of people on the left will call it late stage capitalism. I wouldn't go that far, but it's ridiculous. This civilization is just rotting, in these situations. And I think Democrats are going to lose. I think we're going to have probably the first time in 20 years, possibly you could have a Republican win California governor in the next few years. I'm not saying that's good or bad, I'm just saying that it's going to swing the other way. We're already seeing that things are swinging the other way. So, yeah, I cannot believe how much incompetence was in this situation. Just watching her speak, the mayor of Los Angeles. So that's about all.